Patch Where Nothing Grows by Royston Club is played tuned down a half step in E flat standard tuning. We're going to be looking at the guitar parts in standard tuning so you can learn the song without having to detune. But if you do want to jam along with the song, you will have to drop your strings down by a half step. So the riff starts off with a slide from 6 to 8 on the G string, and then catching 7 on the high E string immediately after. We'll then slide from the 8 on the G string up to 11 on the G string and catch 11 on the high E string. So we have. We'll then slide from roughly 8 on the G string up to 10, catching 9 on the high E string, and then from 10 on the G string to 13 on the G string, catching the B and high E strings at the 12th fret twice. So slowly. And more up to speed. So for the chords in the intro and the bridge, we're going to start off with a B bar chord, second fret on the A, and then a third finger bar on the fourth fret of the D, G and B strings. We've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in the second bar 1 and 2 and another 4 strums before we move up 2 frets and play a C sharp minor chord. So it's a first finger bar on the fourth fret, third finger 6th fret of the D string, and pinky finger 6th fret of the G, and the second finger down the 5th fret of the B. And we've got like a triplet feel, 3 strums down. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and triple. Before we go to an E chord, just down in eighth notes for 2 bars. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and triple E chord. For the verse, we're going to play exactly the same chords. We're just going to have a different rhythmic pattern for them. So we've got the B chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and straight to the C sharp minor chord on the beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then an E chord for 2 bars. So we've got a little octave riff as well here. We've got 18th fret on the A string, 20th fret on the G, and we've got down, up, down, then up, down, up, moving down 2 frets, and then down 2 frets again, single strum. So we'll do this twice. Then we'll go down to 11 and 13 and just play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down 2 more frets to 9 and 11, 1 and, so down, up, before we move back to 14 and 16. The second time through starts the same, but then the second bar, we've got 2 hits on the 14, 16, and then we just stay on that chord for another bar. We'll then play 11 and 13 twice, sliding down 2 frets to 9 and 11, and then hit that again, sliding down 2 frets to 7 and 9, hit it again, sliding down 1 fret to 6 and 8, and then again, and we finish on 4 and 6. So we have. There's then a link section when we play an F sharp bar chord, and we're going to play down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Go into a B power chord, 2, 4 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and stop. The F sharp. Takes us into the drop section at around 45 seconds in the song. So the chords for the drop section are a B flat chord, going to an F sharp chord, and then an E chord, and then back to the B chord. But we actually sit out completely for the first time through, there's no guitar at all. And the second time through is B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, F sharp for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the E chord, but this time with the strumming pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C sharp minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E minor, single strum, and we finish before we go back into the verse. So it's B flat for 2 bars, F sharp for 2 bars, going in the strumming pattern now for the E, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C sharp minor, E minor, single strum, taking us back to the verse. For the guitar in the second verse, we just stay on 11 on the A and D strings and play these down in eighth notes for the whole thing. Until we go to that link section with the F sharp chord. But this time we don't have that B power chord afterwards. So for the second chorus we play the same kind of chord progression, but we're going to strum down in eighth notes for the whole thing. So we have B, 2 and 3 and 4 and second bar, F sharp, 2 bars, E, back to the B chord, stay on the B chord, F sharp chord, 2 bars again, E, C sharp minor, E minor, strumming 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There's then a link straight after this section, B, down, down, A, down, up, E, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 2, 3, 4, B, A, E. For the chords behind the solo we have the B for 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 bars again. Down to the F sharp chord for 2 bars, E for 2 bars, back to B for 2 bars. We then go back through the chorus like we did the second time. To end the song we have the initial riff. It just finishes there with the slide 13 up, catching 12 on the high E string.